Hello again, Steve here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've probably talked about before in a previous video, but just to touch on it because it came to mind here as I sit. I just wanted to talk a little bit about vision statements and mission statements, not anything authoritative or anything, but just something to consider for ourselves. Now, if we look at any successful organization, right, they have like a constitution and they have a statement of what they stand for and what they intend to do. It is clear, right? Because of an organization, let's say it's a company that builds roads or what have you, they have a sort of a procedure in which they go through that, what it is they want to do, how they're going to do it, and so on. So, and it seems to be part of the measure to which they're successful is the clarity they have on that, right? So why don't we do that as individuals? Because after all, we are, to a great extent, companies of one, as far as our responsibilities are concerned anyways. Primarily our responsibility is in what we do, our actions, right? So a vision statement would be something along the lines of, what is it, how do I see my life in, say, 5 years, 10 years, or what have you? Who am I working with? What am I involved in? What do I want to accomplish? And so on. And then a mission statement is, what is the procedure? What am I going at? What is the journey, right? It's sort of like the vision is, I see this ideal situation. And then the mission is, what am I actually doing to get there? And these things can be distilled down into a few words, right? Like I like to use the example of Toastmasters clubs because the vision statement of a Toastmasters club is so clear. Now I'm sort of paraphrasing here, because I don't have one written in front of me, but you can look it up. You can just look up vision statement of a Toastmasters club. It's very, very clear, right? It's like we provide a supportive and positive learning environment in which members are encouraged to practice leadership and speaking skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You can see that there's a bit of a mission in there as well. But it's like, this is what we have. This is what we see, a supportive environment. And in that environment, the people involved are doing something. They're doing exercises in leadership and public speaking. And what are the results? So it's like that, the doing, and the results. And then people could rally around that. So whenever we get off track, if we're doing something, in our own lives, if we have a vision statement and we realize, well, what I'm doing here is not in accordance with this at all. Like, for example, if we're a Toastmasters club and all of a sudden we notice that we're bullying people in the club or whatever, we can look at a vision statement and say, is this a supportive environment? Right? Or if we're not actually doing leadership and public speaking training, if we're doing more like debating over social justice issues or whatever, we could ask ourselves, hey, hang on a second here, is this a leadership? Maybe it is. Maybe we're talking about those sort of things, but we can at least have something to come back to, right, in our question, am I on track? And that's why I'm saying, this might be something important for us to consider. If important organizations or large successful organizations have these sorts of things, then maybe we can learn from that. Maybe we can also establish vision statements, mission statements, which can be helpful in grounding us whenever we have those questions. Because for God's sakes, we can get off track. I know I can, for sure, as to what I said I'm going to do versus what I'm actually doing. So it's like that. It's like an autopilot in a way, right? You get off track, can look back at what I agreed I was going to do. This is the vision that I wanted, and this is the mission that I said I'm going to be on, but I'm not on it. So then I can correct and bring myself back onto that. So that's probably something that we could consider and might be valuable. Once again, if you find this interesting, if you find this interesting and you want to discuss more about it, leave a comment in the box below or visit innergenie.com and leave a comment in the email there. Otherwise, if you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you don't like what I'm doing, don't do any of the above, but leave a comment as to what you think I'm doing wrong here. So that's all right too. Talk again soon. Bye for now.